Hey everyone, welcome to Soap Trend. We hope that everybody is doing well. We have some exciting news to share with you all in today's video, and that's about our favorite TV series Heartland. In this episode, we present you with a detailed review of Heartland Season 15, Episode 4, Sins of a Father. So do watch this video till the end to know everything. The episode started with a police officer accessing the scene. We found out that the robbers took things like TV, stereo, Lisa's laptop along with some more priceless items like Tim's all-round rodeo trophy and Jack's dad's old watch. The whole family was taken, and since Lindy and Katie refused to sleep alone that night, Amy decided to do a sleepover in the living room. Jack made a fire in the fireplace, and that's when the first memory came. Jack blamed himself for turning off the alarm system and letting the break-in happen and making his wife, granddaughters and great-granddaughters feel unsafe. So we saw Jack remembering the past, especially the turbulent relationship he had with his father and how that made him feel unsafe in his home. We saw Jack and his father's relationship deteriorate, and Jack's sense of safety falls apart along with it, and Jack wasn't dealing with it in the best way. At one point even bolting the back door that was in Lindy's room shot with wooden planks. That's when Lisa decided to step in and confront Jack about how he was acting and what he was feeling. And that conversation not only shed some light on the pain Jack was dealing with, but also helped Jack set straight. Lisa assured Jack that he did not make them feel unsafe, quite the opposite actually, that Jack is the one who built Heartland as a safe harbor for anyone who needed it. So Jack finally realized that although there are so many painful memories of his father and all the bad things that he did after June passed, there are also good ones. Like the time when Jack was little and his father taught him how to fish, and that there were also things that Jack was grateful for his father. While Jack was dealing with his guilt over the break-in and painful memories, Tim teamed up with Parker to try to recover the stolen heirlooms. When Parker arrived at the ranch the morning after the break-in, we saw her question Lisa and Jack as to what was stolen. And when she heard about Jack's missing watch and saw how upset Jack was about it, she decided to take matters into her own hands. Being the resourceful girl that she is, Parker decided to scour the internet for Jack's watch, hoping that the thief was dumb enough to sell it through local classified listings. Tim, getting wind of this, jumped on the chance to ask Parker to look for his trophy too. Better yet, he offered to be Parker's boots on the ground, aka the one who would answer any promising listings Parker found. And he also accidentally challenged Parker to prove that Logan and the other kids from the group home weren't responsible for the robberies. Earlier in the episode, we saw Parker meet Logan when she rode Mickey to where Amy and Logan were working with the wild horse, since Parker wanted to ask Amy about Jack's stolen watch. And it looked like Parker quickly developed a crush on the older boy. Therefore, when Tim suggested that Logan and his friends might be responsible for the break-ins, Parker was motivated to prove Tim wrong. And she did. While searching for Jack's watch online, Parker was getting nowhere, so she decided to dig deeper, and that's when she connected the dots. Parker figured out that each report of a robbery coincided with the fare moving through the area. The timeline was too perfect for it to be just a coincidence. And when Parker and Tim went to a pawn shop that was under a mile away from where the fair had set up in Hudson and found both Tim's trophy and Jack's was there, it was confirmed. So the duo not only recovered the missing heirlooms, but also reported their findings to the police, who finally caught the thief, which also cleared Logan and the rest of the kids of any wrongdoing. Speaking of Logan, we saw Amy continuing to work with the wildness that she promised to be gentle for Jessica, and she took Logan along for the ride. At the beginning of the episode, we saw Amy pick up Logan at Cooper's and they went to work with the wild horse, where Logan told Amy how excited he is for his dad to get out of jail. However, the next day, right before their session with the wild horse, Clint arrived at Cooper's with some bad news. Logan's dad didn't make parole, which means that everything Logan was looking forward to just crumbled right in front of his eyes. Logan of course ran off, and when he turned up at Heartland, it was to say goodbye. Apparently, he had decided to leave Hudson anyway, saying that he needs that blank slate that he was talking about when he told Amy about moving away with his dad. And even when Amy tried to encourage Logan to stay, he didn't listen. And when Amy rode to the pen to work with the Wildie, Logan was there. He decided to stay after all because when he got on the road, he didn't want to be there. He wanted to be at Heartland working with horses with Amy. The two of them made some good progress with Jessica's Wildie, and Logan even joined the family for dinner, for where Jack extended a standing invite to family dinners to Logan. And before Amy brought Logan back to the center, Jack also had some advice for him. The episode ended with Logan telling Amy that their work with the horse, family dinner, and everything actually made him feel like he belonged somewhere, a feeling that he hadn't felt in a long time. Which means that Amy did make Logan want to stay, and hopefully we will see much more of the two of them. Similarly, Lou was also dealing with a crisis of her own. During the break-in, the thieves stole a lot of items like TV, stereo, as well as Lisa's laptop. So when Lou couldn't find hers anywhere, she feared the worst. Lou is the mayor of Hudson, so her work laptop, or rather the information that was on it, is very valuable. And if it fell on the wrong hands, it could do a lot of damage. On top of that, Lou admitted to Rick that the official documents weren't the only things that made it so crucial to find the laptop. There were also some photos on it that would be inappropriate for Lou's daughters to see. So both Lou and Rick were in panic mode. Luckily, Rick was able to contact their tech guys who had the ability to wipe Lou's laptop remotely. And since the laptop still hadn't turned up anywhere, Lou gave the go-ahead for them to do so. Seconds after the tech guy wiped the computer, a custodian walked into Lou's office with Lou's laptop in hand. He had picked it up and locked it into supply closet after finding it one night, just sitting on Lou's desk. The custodian thought that with all the robberies in town, it wasn't safe to leave such a precious item just out there for everyone to see. So he took the laptop and left Lou a note as to where it was. However, given the state of chaos that Lou's office is in, Lou didn't see the note, and the whole missing laptop debacle began. So in this episode, it was cool to get another glimpse at Jack's past and see what made Jack the way he is. It's a clever way to show us the past and help us understand what makes Jack tick without taking us out of the story being told in the episode. The other great thing about this episode was the Tim and Parker team up. In the past, Parker usually paired with Jack, Amy, or Lou and Katie. So this episode brought us a fresh pairing that was unexpected, and it really worked well for the story. So this much for today's video. We hope you liked it. We will deliver some more news of Heartland as it comes in. We will have all the Burning Heartland spoilers, updates and news you're looking for. So visit us regularly. Thank you for checking this video out. We will see each other very soon with another video. If you like this video, give us a like and subscribe to our channel for new videos every day. If you have anything to say, do let us know in the comment section below. We'll make sure to reply to your comments.